Okay, so we have a transmission that's been a problem. Something's wrong inside. So this video is going to show you how to take apart a transmission and make sure everything's okay and put it back together. So I've already taken off the chain and the exhaust. If you don't know how to take off the chain, I'll be making a video for that as well. So right now these bolts here, I'll show you, get a little close up there. These bolts all around here, these little ones, they use a 10 millimeter. Those are the ones that have to come off. So I will take those off and then the video will resume there. Okay, here's what the transmission looks like on the inside. And what you need to do is this part here needs to be able to spin, and it's not spinning right now. So that's the problem with this transmission, but I'll fix that up. But anyways, you can see these plates have a little bit of wiggle room. They need just a little bit of wiggle, like the thickness of a credit card. They should move the thickness of a credit card back and forth. If it's more than that, then you need to replace those parts. But I'll get into that once I pull this apart. So I pull this apart by taking a 12 millimeter socket, putting it on that bolt right there, and spinning it out. Okay, so here's the transmission without the clutches. You can see this part, the outer part here, it spins. All right, this inner part here is attached to the crankshaft of the engine, and this outer part spins, and the clutches, they connect those two things together. So the first thing you put on is, this is a clutch disc. It's round, you can see it's round, and it's got this clutch material, like almost like a brake material, and it's got all these little teeth on the inside. That goes on first, so slide one of those on there. And then the next thing comes the clutch plate. So that's a disc, this is a plate, and this has got the notches on the outside, and it goes on like that. And then another clutch disc, see, another round one, it's exactly the same as that first one. And that goes on there. And as soon as I get these teeth lined up. There we go. Just like that, and then another clutch plate. On there. All right, like so. And now, this is the outer part. This has the weights on it, and as the RPMs go higher, these weights go out and they push this, and they push all the clutch plates and discs and everything together to engage it so that it then spins this shaft, which goes down to the axle. Okay, so there's this little notch there. That little notch has to line up with, you'll see where there's a little keyway in there. It needs to line up. So we'll get that in there. Let's see. Go. And then I need I need that bolt, 12 millimeter socket, use that. And I like to use an air ratchet. This is an air ratchet. Tighten that up. Okay, so now this outer part spins like it's supposed to, and this part is connected to the engine. So I just have to clean up that outer cover and put it back on there and put the bolts back in. Okay, so I put the the transmission cover back on. I put all the bolts in. I used a torque wrench. This is a torque wrench to torque them. You'll see how a clicker torque wrench works. You set this to what torque you want, and then when you turn it, it gets to where it's supposed to be and it clicks. All right, see it's bending a little bit there. So it'll just turn, and then when it gets that click, then you know it's done. If you need further information on how to use a clicker torque wrench, just look up on YouTube how to use clicker torque wrench and you'll know. But these ones are all 10 Newton meters, and that information is also in the book on the spec manual for these engines, which is in the cabinet there.